Welcome to Core Concepts from Dent Gaming. Let's see this build. What is going on, everybody? I've got another build for you. This is The Mirror's Truth. It is named after a song by In Flames called The Mirror's Truth. Anyway, I designed this thing completely from scratch and I wanted a new fight style, so let's go ahead and dig into that fight style. It equips the right arm unit, the Harris. It is a linear rifle. It is a monster at staggering people. It is so good at it. Also, you can use it as a punish due to its nice high direct hit adjustment. So should you need an extra punish while they're staggered, this is your go-to. On the left arm, you can see that I am running the Lance. Well, you can't see it now. There we go. The Lance, which is amazing at building stagger with a charge impact. It's also really good at laying down a hurt, so you can also use it as a punish weapon. And it's also my favorite melee weapon in the game. I'm sorry, this thing is awesome. I freaking love the Lance. It's so satisfying when it hits. Anyway, that's a big if it hits. If you're going against anyone that's even decently fast, you're probably going to not hit them. But anyway, it's still my favorite melee weapon. I freaking love it. On the back, we have the MLT-06s, or as I like to call them, the six-pack missiles. These are good at keeping your enemy in motion and draining their EN, allowing you to have a nice window of opportunity. Yeah, so that is why I use these guys right here. And then of course we have the Truenu on the other back weapon. Really good punish weapon should I need to use it as a punish weapon. It is 215, so not quite as good as Harris, but these statistics are pretty good and nothing to scoff at. So main battle strategy is I build stagger with the missiles and the charge rifle. Before the linear rifle, before the linear rifle overheats, I charge it. I go in with the go in with the Lance here. I get them to stagger. I pop them with the linear rifle that should be fully charged by then, and also right after that, I hit them with the Truenu for a double Hueme. And that is the main battle strategy behind the Mirror's Truth. On the frame, I'm running the Mind Beta. Yeah. I love this head. It's got the best attitude stability to EN ratio in the game, so I equip it very often. The Mind Alpha, I equip this core because it's very generator friendly. It has great defenses and a good stability to boot in a package that's only about 16,510 units. Did I really memorize that? I did. Okay, cool. Yeah, so really the only thing you can knock this thing for is its EN load, maybe booster efficiency adjust, but that's really not that bad, and AP. But other than that, these stats are glorious. The arms, VP46Ds, yeah, I don't normally use these ones. Let's break down why I did. I needed my firearm specialization to be pretty high, and this is not bad. I believe it is the fourth highest in the game, right behind the Melander C3s, and then behind the Albas, and then behind the Noctra hires. The melee specialization got a buff in patch 1.07, so that means it's going to make my Lance hit even harder, which is always nice to punish people. Sure, the stats are a little wonky, but I'm dealing with it for the statistics here. I really needed that firearms spec, and these arms deliver. Not to mention, they delivered in a low EN lightweight package, so I am not mad at these stats up here. I forgive them. Moving on to the legs, VP422s. Yes, another leg that I have yet to feature on Core Concepts is on this build. Why did I choose these? Well, I started moving things around. I decided to beef things up, and that added a little bit of weight. It was, of course, running the Melander C3s, which, as you guys probably know by now, are my favorite legs in the game, statistically speaking, but I needed something a little heavier, and I didn't quite want to go for just the regular old Melanders. I wanted something a little bit lighter, and I'm like, well, these kind of work, and I started using it, and I was right. They do kind of work. So also, aesthetically, I think these legs and these arms look really cool together, so I decided to keep those in there. Moving on to the inner parts, I'm running the Gridwalker boosters. Why? Because they have a good average thrust, the best upward thrust in the game, a okay upward EN consumption. Sure, the QB is a little bit low and it doesn't hit as fast or repeatedly as I would like, But the melee attack thrust did get a boost, and I freaking love it because I love the grid walkers. I love yo-yoing my opponent with the upward thrust and being able to charge in with the melee thrust. So these are great boosters. They are now only they're less than 500 points behind the Flugels now, as far as melee thrust is concerned. So I am definitely going to be using that to my advantage while fighting. And that is why I chose the grid walkers. Moving on, the FCS. I should be using something a little more closer range, especially with that lance. This might explain why I'm missing so often. I could probably come down here and use the Talbot. I mean, it seems to be a pretty good fit. Actually, you know what? I think I will. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do for the first time ever in Core Concepts, I'm going to actually change my build while reviewing something. And yeah, we're going to see how this works out. But honestly, I really do like this FCS because of the missile lock stat and these really friendly ones here. But you know what? I've got a little room to spare now that I'm reviewing it. And these stats still aren't bad. Everything's over 3,000, so I can't really complain. I'm going to give it a go and see how it works. And you guys get to see how it performs on its first test run now that I swapped the FCS. So that'll be fun. Moving on to Generator. I chose the Ming Tang because it got a nice buff. It used to be 1250 right here, and now it's 1449, so almost 200 units up on the recharge, which is wonderful for recharge rate. See, I got a recharge EN delay of 0.66, which is good because I like it to recharge as soon as possible. That means I can repeat my attacks more often, and that is always nice. Pulse armor, not because this is any particularly squishy. Honestly, it's got good stability, good defenses, an okay AP. Really pulse armor because I need to chase my opponents down, and it's really fun charging in with a shield with a lance because there's like nothing they can do to stop you, and I think that's funny. Anyway, that is the overview and the battle strategy and the build. So let's show you guys what this thing can do. All right, on its maiden test, now that we've swapped FCSs, come here, Freud. Oh, I didn't have a lock. I will admit the FCS is doing its job. I've gotten more hits on Freud with this than I have before. Ooh, he pulse armored. Okay, that's adorable. Ah, there we go. I like it. Quick swap to the Talbot seemed to work out. Alright guys, that was the Mirror's Truth. Let me go ahead and save. There we go. Now we will get you guys a share ID. Uploading now. Boom. If you want this, the share ID is going to be W8YNK4RGL58Z. That is going to be your share ID. I had a lot of fun using this big giant robot to blow stuff up. I hope you guys do as well. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.